What is your money shot? Your money shot is that one punch that you know if you land it, it's going to be a game changer. Hey, what up guys? It's Coach Daron. It's been a minute, but I'm back. And first, I just want to say thank you to all of the subscribers and everyone showing love and commenting, really giving me the motivation to continue and share this knowledge with you. So let's get into it. That money punch is that one punch, or maybe two, that I believe every fighter should have in their arsenal. At the very least, with this punch, you will gain your opponent's respect, break their confidence, put some doubt in their heart about what they think they can do in the ring with you, and turn the momentum back into your favor if it wasn't already. Ideally, that punch, you could stop your opponent, knock out TKO. More realistically, in amateur boxing, you would get the 8 count because normally they don't let fights go all the way to knockout. So I'll just name a few names. And when I say these names, I bet you that money punch will come to mind for you easily. Ryan Garcia. If you're a fan of boxing and you really are watching these fighters, you know what his money punch is. It's the left hook. Manny Pacquiao, the straight cross, normally off the pendulum. Deontay Wilder. He has a weird punch between an overhand and a straight cross. It's really unusual, but it's his big right hand. Think of Mike Tyson. What's his money punch? Normally the left hook, but Mike would also hurt guys with a big right uppercut as well. But his left hook was really his main money shot. Ricky Hatton is another one of my favorite body punchers of all time. He really loved the liver shot and folded a lot of guys up. The list goes on. Every punch other than the jab is considered a power punch in boxing. But today I'm gonna limit it to the most common 3 money punches. And I'm gonna demonstrate 3 strategies on how to land these punches clean. Now the first punch is the lead hook or the left hook. And to land it as a catch and shoot counter punch. We also call it touchbacks. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna catch the punch, catch a punch on your left, on your lead hand, and then throw right afterwards. So whether you're gonna block the body shot, and then you're going to turn the hook over right away, or you're gonna catch it up here to the head and you're gonna turn over right away. And the reason this lands clean is because when your opponent is throwing that big right hand, for a split second they are open. So you have to take advantage of that quick opportunity, throwing right away. So it's not something you have to think about. You have to drill this into your muscle memory. That's why it's called the catch and shoot. Right away you feel it, boom, you throw. Feel it, boom, turn that hook over. Another way to land the big left hook is after the 1-2. So everyone knows this is one of the first combinations we all learn in boxing is the 1-2-3. So why does that work so effectively? Is because the 1-2, you're trying to go through your opponent's guard. You're bringing his attention up to his center line, and then you're gonna go around the center line with the left hook. Now the thing with this is you don't have to load up on the 1-2. So a lot of guys, they want to come in and crash every single punch. It may work, it may not work. I like to do it with speed because I'm really and truly trying to land the left hook and I want it to land clean. So you could throw it with speed and then load up on the left hook. And lastly is after a flurry to the body. Again, you're bringing his attention, you're bringing his guard down. Fighters tend to leave themselves exposed up top. It's a common mistake a lot of fighters make. So again, you come inside with a flurry to the body and then load up on the big left hook. All right, number 2 is landing that big straight cross up the middle. And one way to land this clean is after the double jab. Now you may have heard in boxing before that 1 jab is better than 2. And that's very true. Because if you miss with the first jab, most likely you're gonna land with the second jab and hopefully, snap your opponent's head back and then land the big cross. All right, so you want to get in range and then boom, throw the cross. That double jab serves as a blinder. So the one and then the one again, and then that two is going to sneak right behind and crack his jaw. That's what you want to do. So one thing with that I have to mention is make sure you're stepping in with the double jab. The double jab is pretty much useless if you're not stepping in, bring your feet with you. So it's got to look like this. Again, stepping in. There's different rhythms. I can throw that jab really quickly. I can throw the first one quick and power the second one. That's all good, but what you want to do is make sure you're gaining ground on your opponent to land that big right hand. Secondly is after slipping your opponent's jab. So what you could do again, when you sort of are able to time or get a sense of when your opponent is going to throw his jab, you can slip and then boom, throw that cross right after. Boom. That's, again, always good to throw another punch after the big right cross. But why that punch lands clean is because when you slipped, the jab goes over your shoulder, the opponent is wide open now, and you are loaded up to throw a big right cross. Boom. Boom. That one lands very clean. And lastly is after a lead hook. So again, we want to mess with your opponent's his guard and his attention. So I can throw jabs, I can throw hooks, but again, after the hook, I brought his attention to his right side, and then I can come up the middle. So again, I don't have to crash that hook. There's nothing wrong with that. I can throw a big hard hook, and then across, or I can just slap that hook, just to get his attention on his right side, and then I got a pathway up the middle. And finally, the big overhand. And one of my favorite punches. A great way to land this punch is after the jab to the chest or to the solar plex. So why does that work so good? Because while I'm dropping down, again, I'm bringing his guard down, I'm bringing his attention down. Not just with my arm, my punch, but with my body. So now my opponent is going to be looking down on me. So when I'm down here, if he drops his guard, if he makes a mistake of dropping his guard with his attention by going down, then opens up for the big overhand. Second way to land this punch is over your opponent's lazy or telegraphing jab. So if you got an opponent who's not confident with their jab or very lazy with the jab, you can go right on top with the big overhand. Boom. Because a lazy jab leaves you vulnerable, especially if you're not fast on your feet. You don't want to be flat-footed with a lazy jab. Trust me, a lot of guys get knocked out like that. So you can wait for that lazy jab and just go right on top. Boom. And then we've had good success with that. And lastly, a great way to land that big overhand is a flurry to the body. So again, in close range, you can flurry and come up with the overhand. Before, with the left hook, we came up with the left hook, but you can also come up with the overhand. Boom. Why? Because again, we're bringing his guard down. A lot of fighters make the mistake of dropping their guard and opening up for that big right hand. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you test this out in your sparring and let me know how it goes. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And also go on my website, CoachDaronBoxing.com, and register for one of my courses. I go into a lot of depth on a lot of the boxing skills and tactics and strategies that we use every day in the gym and in competition. And I want to say thank you to everyone who bought these courses so far. The most popular one is the Golden Gloves course. So check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.